What's going on? The time is 12:38 p.m. December 15th. I'm here in my tent in Longwood, Orlando, Florida. So a lot of people are really angry about this whole thing. I mean, it's kind of like a broken record here. Okay, the doctors we're helping them talk, as you guys know. Um, it's a little cold outside. He feels a little cozy. He's gonna chill and play his games and got some work to do on his games. I mean, that's his prerogative here now. You guys really screwed everything else up. If he didn't screw up people already, it was mentioned, he would be going back and forth a lot more. Okay? I mean, he had a good thing going. He's working for both companies, making about, let's say, about close to $700 a month. Okay, if he worked 3 days, yeah, he was making like $720 a month. Okay, that's something. All right, you guys screwed that up. Okay, he's down to $50 a week. 200 and let's say two. What is it? Like 240, maybe 240 a month right now. Okay, unless he gets another job, temporary job. We wanted to talk about a couple things, as you guys know. He likes Steak and Shake. They have a good deal for $6, pretty cheap, and it's good quantity, and it's good tasting. Right? They hit every single Steak and Shake. Why? Because he likes those double cheeseburgers or cheeseburgers. We told him don't go. We're the doctors right now. We're talking. We're telling them don't. We're not gonna go. They have a serum. Okay, all of them do. The one here in Castleberry, the one and on the way on the 105. They have a serum. We don't want to try it. It's not going to work, but what it's going to do, we're going to tell you guys what to do. It's going to fully display everything going on in his head. We don't even want to do that. We don't want to display everything going on in his head. We don't. Now, there's no rules here. You people made it like this. You should have just paid him. Now, another thing that somebody mentioned, let's say a White House representative, said, hey, you know what? Maybe you should have just paid the guy. I don't think it's worth it. How much money have you guys spent? Okay, they hate the situation. They wish he was dead. But to publicly say out loud, they're like, well, we wish that he was now just compensated. And then you guys maybe did some stuff legitimately and asked him if he would want to partake in these kinds of tests and surveys and stuff like that. But it doesn't really change the fact he's in a tent right now. Now he has to wait for his disability. Okay, at least they filed that. Okay, who knows what's going to happen. But regardless how everyone wants to look at it, this is stringing along here. Okay, you have to realize this whole thing is stringing along. His lawsuits, his disability, playing his games, charging his scooter, getting water. This whole thing is stringing along because you people won't do anything. We've told you to do something. Look, we're going to come out with it, okay? He knows enough information. That is true in fact, okay? Now, look, it became a problem back in Santa Barbara when the dark field body was becoming a commodity for the case. It was never signed. It was never, we were just like, all right, whatever, okay? But what these guys have done, it's no longer a commodity. It's a hostage situation. These guys are holding him. They don't want any other good dog. They definitely don't want any home team members over here. Then isn't the thing completely one-sided now? Don't you think we have to do other stuff in the background? Didn't we tell him when the bad guys cheat, the good guys have to cheat back? Yes. Okay, so this situation should not have gone like this, but nobody's doing anything to stop this. Okay, I mean the guy tried. He did a valiant effort here. I mean he did everything correctly. Once he got back the paperwork from DOJ, came back to the U.S. Okay, try to deal with that. Told Paul Wellens, people are going to Alpha prison. You need to do something now. Paul Wellens not in charge of the United States government. Okay, I'm going to say that a lot. Went to the U.S. Army claims. U.S. Army claims strung him along for 6 months. Strung him along, and then rejected and said you don't have a valid claim. There was multiple claims, not just one. There's multiple claims here in the whole, everything he wrote, the whole thesis, okay? Controlled. U.S. Army claims controlled by the U.S. government. Look, regardless how you want to see things are being strung along. It's going from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing. Meanwhile, people are getting switched out and becoming an AI. They're no longer that person anymore. They switch out. I mean, you can imagine. They're switching people out right now. It didn't have to go this way, whatever. But yeah, it's really futureless here. You guys have made a futureless race for this reality. Okay, the human race could have gone far. They could have really gone far. Okay, so they wanted to talk about. They wanted to interrupt that and say. The problem, okay, let's say, let's hypothetical talk about this, okay? Technically, NASA had rights to the dark field body. He was a mutual agreement kind of messaging system through however you want to say it, okay? I mean, him and Elon's AI buddied up, okay, the real Elon, so observing everything, and he knew what was going on. But these guys will not give the body back to Elon. They asked Elon, hey, what's going on with this? They won't give the dark field body up. Yeah, you're damn right. Okay, so you guys know it's a problem. Regardless if you think, well, Elon should just use guns and ammunition and get in there and shoot everybody. They're not going to do it like that, okay? You people need to remove these guys or take the dark field body out yourself, okay? You're holding the guy hostage. Everybody knows what's going on here. Yes, these guys they're looked at as the bad guys, okay? The bad guys have the football. That's how some people view it, right? We talked about this. The bad guys have the football. They're not giving up the football. They're not throwing it off sides. They're not taking a knee. Okay, they're not trying to stop the clock. These guys are trying to take a timeout permanently in the middle of the fucking game. That's a good analogy, right? That was somebody else. Yeah, thanks. All right. They're taking a permanent timeout and to delay a game, okay? And they don't want the game to continue. They just want to hold on to the dark field body now, okay? It's not. It's past Elon's responsibility to recover it and to take back the dark field body. Okay, you guys have to. The United States government was supposed to step in and be a mutual party to this. Okay, that's the truth here. Left hand up. The United States government, everybody coming to this and observing this, was supposed to be a mutual party to the whole thing. Take the dark field body out, put it somewhere else, and then you guys can discuss everything. Not hold him to the dark field body, and then argue amongst yourselves, why is it like this? What are you people doing here now? We don't want anybody here anymore. Stuff like that. You're doing things in an inoperable way right now, okay? Dark field body should be out. Then you guys argue about everything, okay? But you got to get him out of the picture. Now, if you don't do that, then nothing's going to ever change here for you people. But that's pretty much it, okay? We're going to cut it short, and that's pretty much it.